What's up, guys? Tom here from Metalloud, and I'm here to review the album from Arms called Blackout. Now, a question that I often get asked is, how can I listen to bands like Converge or Dillinger Escape Plan, the more aggressive and chaotic mathcore bands, ones that really, to a lot of people, just sound like noise, harsh noise with nothing really going on, everything kind of blurring together, with no harmonies or melodies or anything like that that they can perceive. And the reason I listen to bands like this is because I do actually hear a lot of underlying melodies and harmonies and things that they kind of overlook that I think you really kind of can't understand or hear unless you're actually listening to them, unless you have kind of certain types of ears, I guess. A lot of people will dismiss bands like that and just say, it's just noise. It's just a lot of screaming. It's just the guitar parts are all sound out of tune, or they don't know what a chord is. And honestly, I can understand that after listening to a lot of bands, and it is an acquired taste. And the reason I'm kind of mentioning that is because this group, or I should say this person, Arms, is very, very harsh. And on first listen, it's hard to kind of get into, especially if you're not already used to that style and that sound. Once you are, if you are a person like me who does listen to bands like that and who does like that kind of that noise, that chaotic, just the utter chaos that goes on here, you're going to find something definitely to enjoy with this album called Blackout. Right from the opening track, which is called Wolf Spit, what I really like about it is that the screeching guitars, the guitars themselves, are actually designed to almost sound like an organ playing, like a out of tune organ, and it's kind of got this creepy vibe to it. I really, really like that about it. There's the title track Blackout, which just sounds like a locomotive. The drumming just never stops, just keeps pushing forward. It's just this complete onslaught of sound. And that's stuff that I kind of like, because underneath it there is this kind of groove to it. There are harmonies, there are melodies, all the instruments, the drumming, the bass, the vocals, the guitars, they all do work together and complement each other. Not one of them overpowers another, and not one of them really sounds out of place or anything like that. Doesn't sound like one's in a certain key and the other's in another one, and they're just all over the place. While they are all over the place, they still, at the end of the day, form something completely cohesive, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. There's all these interesting little moments, not necessarily breakdowns, but they're kind of moments where things don't really slow down, but maybe the guitars drop out and it's just the vocals, or maybe the guitar is just playing one chord, or maybe the drum just gets a little bit more, just one beat. And those moments are definitely special throughout this album and kind of keep things a little interesting as well. There's no real respite from the harshness of this album. There's no moments where it, like I said, it really slows down or anything like that. There's no moments of smooth vocal work. There's no moments of classical guitar or even other influences like blues or anything like that. There's no real moments to kind of take you out of that. It is just a complete audio assault, basically. And for me, that's something I really enjoy. I like that. And honestly, your enjoyment of this album really kind of depends on what you listen to for music. And I always kind of try to frame things like that in my reviews so you can understand if you are going to enjoy an album. I mean, when it comes to, mathcore and that chaoticness, this album really does it well. I keep saying this album's actually one person who wrote it, who produced it, who recorded it, who did all the instruments for the thing. So it's not even a band, it's really just one person doing it, and that makes it just that much more special, to realize that all this and is just done by a single person. You would never know that. I mean, it really sounds like a full-on band doing this. So really, this is absolutely fantastic in the world of mathcore. If you're into bands again like Converge or Dillinger Escape Plan, or even the early days of Norma Jean, or even early Every Time I Die, this is definitely an album for you.